It's now almost been 3 years since Rockstar Games has released the new gen versions of GTA Online to all players. The consoles included being the Xbox Series X and S, the PS5, and the PS5 Pro. Whether you're still on the old gen consoles, even just playing on PC, or on your dad's old laptop, it'll definitely be worth your while to see what you may be missing out from the new gen versions. And speaking of systems, make sure to leave a comment down below telling me what system you've primarily played GTA on. I'm genuinely interested to see what the majority put. To help you make your decision on whether to upgrade from PC to console, or just to choose the correct system for your needs, this video will discuss the positives and negatives in relation to the new gen versions of GTA Online. Beginning with the first positive, it's one that PC gamers always love to hear about. It's the fact that there's no modders. Or at least, they can't be as dangerous and malicious as they are on the PC version. I'm sure if you've ever watched GTA content, or played GTA on PC yourself, you've experienced some sort of modding yourself. While Rockstar has tried their fair share of anti-cheats, it's never really worked out. Even in 2025, modding is and seems to still be like the biggest issue for GTA Online on PC. Nowadays, modding has become such a big issue that now streamers believe they have to use VPNs just to avoid their IPs getting leaked. I know from personal experience that this is the main factor that made me switch to the new gen consoles. If there was no modding on PC, I would find it hard to justify the choice of making the switch to the new gen console. But with this being one of the biggest factors, you really have to weigh up the options, and especially with the upcoming points. The next positive is actually really quite helpful. It's for new players that haven't played GTA Online before, or don't have an old console account to migrate to the new gen, which we'll speak more about later. The bonus includes a new career builder, which starts you with a whopping $4 million off the rip. I know that sounds OP, but in the grand scheme of things, it actually forces you to spend at least $3 million of that cash just on a starting business, cars, garages, etc. If you do end up going down this route, there are hundreds of guides on YouTube to help you choose the correct pathway to make the most money. The next positive I've got is actually really quite an important one for car enthusiasts. It's the House Special Works, or just more commonly referred to as the HSW Upgrades. While getting your first HSW upgrade is completely free, it will end up being in the hundreds of thousands for the cars furthermore. Even though the costs do add up very quickly, it is 100% worth it in the long run, as you'll be unlocking the fastest cars you can possibly make in GTA Online. Unlocking these upgrades is really quite simple. You simply just have to visit Hal and the Ellis car meet. Once that's done, you visit him at the top of Los Santos and complete a time trial with the Turismo Classic. This is really quite simple. It shouldn't be too hard to complete. Now, not only are these upgrades just used for fast and flashy cars, they can also be used in the new gen exclusive HSW time trials. These time trials pay a huge $250,000 compared to the normal time trials that only pay $100K. Completing these become pretty simple once you've purchased the $1 million Hakuchu drag from Legendary Motorsport. And I do say simple lightly, just assuming you're not as incompetent as myself at these time trials. Now, as said before, the Hakuchu drag will become your best friend when it comes to these HSW time trials, and that's why I have to recommend that you use your first free HSW upgrade on the Hakuchu drag, as it'll become your best long-term investment, easily paying itself off over time. Now, this last benefit may be a little controversial for most people, but it's GTA Plus, the subscription program that Rockstar released along with the new gen consoles. With a starting price monthly of $8 USD, the notable benefits include a free $500,000 upon login every single month that you are subscribed, vehicle benefits, CEO benefits, and everyone's favorite, free clothing. I think now you'd easily be able to see how this became so controversial. When released, the GTA community took this as Rockstar Games simply selling out, or just milking out GTA 5 until GTA 6 comes out. As much as I'd love to call GTA Plus a scam, it is very player dependent, so it may be worth it for your own situation. So in saying that, I will leave a link in the description of all the GTA Plus benefits, and you can make your own cost to benefit analysis of what you think is worth it and not worth it out of the monthly subscription. While we're on the topic of player dependent quote-unquote benefits, one of these include the fact that the new gen consoles pretty much have the top of the line graphics, only being held back by the cap of 60 FPS. The only reason I've placed this in the dependent category is that you may have a top-of-the-line PC that would run better than these new consoles, but on the other hand, if you've come from an old-gen console, the graphics take quite a huge step up, making it near impossible to go back to the old gen. The next topic in the dependent category is one that may see you needing to create a whole new account if you have migrated from PC. This won't be an issue if you've come from old gen consoles, as Rockstar made it so you can migrate your old account straight to the new gen consoles. Even though this may sound dandy and easy for you old gen players, this also comes at the cost of completely removing your old account from your old gen console, making it a permanent switch. I think you can see why I've made this category now. Alright, at this point, I know I've made the switch to new gen consoles sound pretty seamless, right? Yeah, and that's why we should touch on some of the negatives now. Beginning with now that you'll be bound to a controller. I do understand that a lot, but not everyone has been playing GTAO on consoles for a while, so that won't be an issue for you guys. But for PC gamers, and me especially, I know that this is a hard habit to get used to. But in saying this, over time, Rockstar has made plenty of quality of life changes, such as the auto lock-on feature when shooting. But other than that, from being on keyboard and mouse my whole life, it takes a long time to get the hang of. Then moving on to the second negative, I think it's time we address the elephant in the room, in that you will have to buy console dedicated online subscriptions, in turn sending you back about $10 USD every month to play online. This is now just something every console gamer has to deal with to play any online game. I mean, right, how else would Sony and Microsoft get more rich? Alright, swiftly moving on. The last negative is one that may be more important for others, in that some people don't care about audio or communication with others, but it's that you may have to invest in a console-dependent headset. I mean, like I said, this really differs from person to person, but if you're trying to complete a heist, or even just play along with friends, it'll be worth to invest in a headset with a mic just to at least make life a little bit easier for yourself and your teammates. Well, to wrap things up there, in my opinion, as mainly a solo grinder myself, it was definitely worth the switch over to new gen. When given the choice, it is just hard to say no to better graphics, HSW vehicles and time trials, and especially no modders. But then for others, we all play GTAO Online differently on different systems, so you've got to look at your system and the way you play GTAO Online and have a look and make a cost to benefit analysis to see if these benefits will tip the scales to get the new gen console. I truly appreciate you making it all the way through the video. I'll have my community Discord and Twitch where I stream a variety of games, both linked in the description below, so feel free to drop in and say good day. I hope this video at least helped someone out. Please let me know in the comments if it did, but other than that, stay safe fellas.